I'm at the laundry, cleaning my clothes. So, a lot of English speakers in the albergue, so that's good. So I'm staying here again tonight. Try to rest up. Yesterday was just absolutely brutal. In fact, even the people that don't speak English were saying brutal, brutal, brutal. Oh gosh. So the taxi driver that picked me up in Roncesvalles last night, because there was no available rooms, so I was gonna have him take me to Zubiri, but while he was driving, made a couple phone calls and found this place, and he brought me here. So there's an albergue upstairs, right where those windows are. So I slept here last night, and they're letting me stay again tonight. So, and it was 24 euros a night. That included dinner. So, of course, you don't get your option of what you eat. But anyway, I was at my wit's end yesterday, so. Okay. I'm going to introduce you to my friend James, who I met at the albergue that I'm staying in. He travels with a laptop and a mouse and all that stuff on the bed. I don't know how he does it, but he has a quick story he wants to tell.
Right, so obviously, because we're on this Camino, it's like people who are spiritual are all searching. So I've been like maybe overpowering stuff with my story, but I'll tell one story that I told Julie and she can talk about it another time. But a lot of people are upset because the world is being divided. We're all being divisional. We're all different, and they're trying to make us all the same. So I'm going to tell you what I did with God, because I talk to God. I'm not religious. I talk to God as an individual, and God talks to me. And I like people to think we all can do it. So this is my story. I was in a meditation group years ago, and this is in a period where I was starting to commit to God, committing to what I was feeling, to what my direction in life. I was starting to take my life seriously, that I can work with God. So I'm in this meditation group, and while we're meditating, I decided to ask God about the wars. Now, this was before the Iraq War, because we were all building up to the Iraq War, and I was becoming stressed. I was becoming upset. It was starting to affect me as it was affecting everybody, because people could see it was bad, and people could see the politicians weren't telling us the truth. So I'm going to tell you my story now. It's very short. So the first week, I sat down and I closed my eyes and I'm meditating, and I said, God, why are there so many wars? And instantly, God replied, and God said, the reason why there are so many wars is these small wars. There are people who are planning the big war, and they think they can win the big war. But before they go for the big war, they have to clear up all these little wars. And they can't clear up the little wars to go for the big war. So these little wars have a purpose. They're stopping the big war. So I thought, right, great answer, God. But I went away and thought about it for a week. And I thought I found the solution. So when I came back next week, I thought I would present God with my solution, which would stop the wars, all the little wars, and everybody be okay. So the next week I sat down, meditated, and then I said to God, God, why didn't you make us all the same so we don't have these wars, all these little wars? And God answered me immediately and said, people are like flowers. The beauty is in the difference, but people just can't see that. And that's it. It's perfect. And I had the arrogance, when I say arrogance, I thought I was like helping. I thought I could outthink God. But the main part of that story is God made us different for a reason. And here we are now where they're trying to make us all the same. They're trying to make us all think the same, be the same. And they're trying to unite us, or trying to make it where we're all the same, where English is the language of communication on this planet. And once they get us all speaking English, we're one step nearer to being the same. So can I leave it there?
Yeah, all right. That was great, James. It's September 4th at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm leaving the albergue that I've been at for the last 2 days. So there was actually 6 of us that walked in that ungodly rain and sleet, that stayed an extra night. 4 of us were all 55 and older, and 2 were young kids from Germany. But everyone's gone now. I'm the last one to leave. So I'm on my way to Zubiri. And some people I got separated from at the Orison texted me, wanted to know if I was okay, what was going on. So I told them, and they said they didn't think I'd have a problem getting a place in Zubiri, so we'll see. But if they're full, then I'm just going to taxi it to Pamplona. We'll see. Just taking it as it comes. That's what they say the Camino will provide. So, off I go. Here's what can make it so dangerous. There's no shoulder. So, when a car comes, and me, personally, I'm not walking with anyone, so I don't know what anyone else does. But I just take a step off with, step off the roadway. Especially if there's traffic in both lanes and where the car can't get around me. So this is on the road still to Zubiri. These are all transport vans. Transporting bicycles or bags. Some people that I walked with had their backpacks transported to their next albergue. I have not done that yet. Doesn't mean I won't, but I haven't done it yet. I've been carrying the thing the whole way. So, okay, I'll give you another update soon. I'm in Spain. I've been in Spain. The houses are still white. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's just a theme for the towns around the Pyrenees or what. But Saint Jean was the same way. It looks nice. It's just different, I guess. Well, some guy just stopped me in Spanish, but I understood what he was saying. He said, "No, Camino, it splits," and he said, "Go back," in Spanish, but and then turn at the house. So, and when I looked at my map, he was right. So. It's nice to know that there are people looking out for us. Now, if I grew up in Florida, this would be amazing. But since I grew up in upstate New York, looks like home. Looks like the Adirondacks. So, cute story. I was just coming up this road of the Camino, and there was 6 young people, very young, maybe like high school age. And 3 boys and 3 girls were very well dressed. They looked like they were in school uniforms even. One of them on his backpack had a New York Yankees ball cap hanging. So of course I considered they weren't speaking English. So finally I was behind them. I said, "Excuse me," and they turned around. I said, "New York Yankees hat," and I pointed to it. And he said, "Yeah," and I lifted my sleeve so he could see my tattoo. And I wish I had the video on. His eyes bugged out. So, and I just smiled and I kept walking. Then he said, "Excuse me," and I turned around. He said, "Can I take a picture?" And I said, "Sure." So he put his cap on and stood next to me with my tattoo showing, and his friend took a picture. And then one of the girls said, we're doing a thing for school. We have to interview pilgrims to your first name, where you're from, and why you're walking the Camino, and what you think of it. So I said, sure. So I did that, and then I let them go because I'm much slower. So anyway, it was cute anyway. It was fun. I wish I had the video going. All right, off we go again. You're gonna run into several gates like this on the Camino too. Some are wooden. In fact, every one of them have been wooden until this one. This one looks like it's steel or iron. Oh no, there's a wooden gate right there. So yeah, gee, you just go through it. So peaceful. Kind of reminds me of my favorite movie. Only it's not yellow and it's not Brooks. It's kind of cool though. Oh my god, seriously? No. There goes nothing. He was just playing with something. He's cute. See the shell. Follow the shell. I just came up this short incline here. This is written in English. Collect me. I was like, what the heck does that mean? And I looked off here and it's like, okay, what is this? It's gotta be a graveyard, a cemetery. Looks very old. I only walked for 5 hours today, so, which is more my speed. So I'm staying in this little town here. I think it's pronounced Lintezoin, something like that. But maybe I'll learn the pronunciation when I get down there. So it's a small place. I think there was only like 4 beds. So should be nice. Just got done washing and hanging my clothes. But it's very nice. There's only 3 beds in the room. It's very clean, very quiet. This is my room. That's my bunkmate, Jessica, from Mexico. This is my bed. Very organized, very clean.